Line up here, we're going to start right out with three of the people from TheREP. Over at my far, I don't know, I never know far left or right. Well, anyways, over here is Maggie Cahill. She's the artistic director. Next to her is Kelsey Crouch, and she plays Louise, right?
Yes.
And then we have Mama Rose right next to me, Mary Callanan, and we're going to be talking about Gypsy. Why is this a musical fable?
Well, actually, that's the actual real name of
really?
the musical. Gypsy, a musical fable.
I did not know that.
Is the full actual name of the show, and you know, people always refer to it as Gypsy, but that's actually the real name. And I think that it's like a magical kind of fairy tale of a rags to riches story of course, Gypsy Rose Lee. So.
And it's a real person. She was a real person.
Oh.
It's based on the memoirs of Gypsy Rose Lee. So it is Gypsy's shined up memory, which is why it's a fable.
Yes,
I think also there was a lawsuit between her sister, Baby June,
Baby June,
and the production. I think she tried to stop the whole production. Is that when Fable was added?
I think so. Just so you knew that it was
just a little bit.
So
you would knew
fiction.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was her version of the events.
And you have a large cast. I heard 22 or something.
22. In fact, I think that's our largest cast at Capitol Rep in, may I say, over a decade.
Oh my goodness.
We have had, large casts. We certainly have large casts from Man of La Mancha.
I was just going to say Man of La Mancha.
But this show is larger, and we have a lot of veterans from the Capital Region, and we have a lot of young people in the show.
How wonderful.
And we have an amazing, amazing cast, as you will learn. So you should just talk to these ladies.
Well,
they are awesome.
Let's start out with Mama Rose here.
I could say that I'm a veteran of the Capital Region because when dinosaurs roamed the earth, I started at the Theater Barn in New Lebanon, New York.
Oh, I've been there.
Yes, so I am very familiar with the surroundings, and I came through last year to Proctor's to do the national tour of Mamma Mia.
What fun that was.
Yes, I love this area very, very much.
Yeah, how does it feel to be on a national tour? Is it?
Oh, that was great fun.
It was great fun. Good.
Almost as much fun as it is to be not on the road and staying in one place and doing a show I dreamed about since I was a little girl, singing into my hairbrush in my...
Isn't it? Well, didn't we all do that?
Yes.
Kelsey, you're playing Gypsy.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, what a demeanor. That was Natalie Woods.
I grew up watching the film with my mother as well.
And she did a great job, so I'm sure
that
we think about that and know that you're going to be fantastic.
There are times I'm reading the scene and I realize I'm doing her intonations of the lines or her version or standing
and they say
the
you
way
should
she
never
did.
do that, but why fight success?
But it has to be real. It needs to come from me as well. But,
Absolutely.
But I love finding that little Kelsey still wants to stand the way that she did in the film.
Yeah, and that was really fun. Now, for those who have never seen the film or know about the play, who is Gypsy Rose Lee? Who would like to answer that?
She was the first and most famous striptease artist.
And she brought in an art.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I think it became more than just a performance. It was about her whole life and how she lived.
Yeah.
I know she sang for the troops in World War II. She eventually then had her own TV show. Did she have a radio show?
She had a television show that was very famous, and she was.
Was it a variety show or like this? Like
it was
I don't
like
know.
a talk show.
I don't
It was
remember
like
it
the
at all.
dinosaur show.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's how old I am.
Okay.
It was a little song, a little dance.
Okay.
Yes.
That's cool.
Little interview.
So she came into her own right as the country was coming out of a depression. So she, besides being rags to riches, she was a great distraction. And in that first year of performing, she raised to the top levels of New York society and befriended everyone. And she was from a small town, well, I guess Seattle, but back then was a small town.
Probably not as big as it is now.
No.
So it's probably, And you've got, what do you have a celeb in the cast in our area, anyways, Benita Zahn, and she's playing, and is she playing one of the three that tells you how to?
Oh, she's a stripper.
Yeah, she might be a stripper.
Yes,
that
she
might
is.
be worth
And
tuning in
she's
for
so
just
good.
that alone.
Well, it's funny when I saw that.
She's a natural stripper, ladies and gentlemen.
But she is a lot of fun.
She is a lot
of fun.
Benita is a lot of fun.
But that one scene is absolutely with the lights and the flags.
The song is called "You Gotta Get a Gimmick," but the catchphrase is bump it with a trumpet. And it's great.
I mean, every time, it's on it, if I'm in the other room, I got to run in and see that one scene because it's just such a great scene and fun. And I think it kind of gives you a whole different feeling about that whole burlesque and what it was like, because it was comedians and there was so much going on. Burlesque wasn't just striptease, that was part of it, but there was so much else going on. And
well, actually, the musical takes place when burlesque was changing from, people traveling with comedic acts and dance and singing and song and dance, and really great entertainers came out of burlesque.
They did.
And as burlesque started to fade with the invention of, motion pictures, the burlesque part of it with the pretty girls and the showgirls, this is what people started doing to, bring in the ticket sales.
Yeah.
And so burlesque shifted, and that's what Gypsy is about. I think one of the reasons it appeals to theater people, that it gives us a chance to really celebrate the whole backstage scene of what really it takes to be on the road and get up for a show every single day, and how hard it was for the people who were going just from, small town to small town to small town to small town, trying to get their act on stage. And I have a lot of respect for the mom, Rose, who was absolutely determined to get her girls on Broadway.
She was driven. You were driven.
She is referred to as the original stage mother.
Oh, yes.
Because since it didn't work out for her, it by gum was going to work out for her children.
Yeah.
And so it is Gypsy's version of her mother and her struggle and her sister.
Now, I always ask this question, is it appropriate for all ages?
It's pretty safe. The strips in the 1950s were not the strips in the
no
bada
poles
bing,
on the
bada
stage,
boom.
right?
No, there's no
Not so
pole
much.
dancers. And there are kids in the show, so I would say it's certainly appropriate.
And I know
for
you
12
kind
and
of
up. Yeah.
prefer 6 and up, right? Or what
Well,
is it?
yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I mean, a young kid who's used to coming to the theater with their parents will love it. There's a lot of pizzazz. There's a lot of really fun dance in it, and the story really keeps going. I just want to take a minute, though,
Sure.
to brag on my leading ladies here, because really hard
Take
to
all the time you need.
really hard to cast.
I'll go get coffee.
And when Mary, you need to have a Rose who can dynamically sing. I mean, when you have songs like Everything's Coming Up Roses and Rose's Turn, they're two of the toughest songs to really sing and belt, and everybody knows them. And so we were just so lucky to find a Broadway vet like Mary to come and be our Rose. And Kelsey's got to sing, dance, be beautiful, and be an awkward teen growing into it. So I just want to tell you that I just feel so lucky that these
Got a
two
great cast.
are going to do it. Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
When can people see it?
We start previews March 14th, and we run through April 13th. And don't miss it. It's going to be
It's going to
really
be great,
dynamic.
and it's a feel-good show. You're going to have a good time. Yeah, you won't have to go home and feel bad. You're going to feel
You'll be
good.
surprised at how many songs you recognize.
Oh, I know. This is what I love those musicals that I know the songs. I can go, but
This
don't
is
hum
definitely
along in the audience.
Oh, we're loud enough. Okay, do your best, but we'll still be louder.
Well, I guess I should say break a leg, but enjoy.
Thank you very much.
And
Thank you
I'm
so much
sure
for having
that
us.
is this your first time on the stage?
Here?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a
And
real
it's so
friendly.
beautiful. The set's coming together.
Oh,
It
we saw the
is
set
I
this
love
morning.
their
It's
set.
beautiful.
The design, it is
Yeah.
such a beautiful show.
Yeah, yeah. And we're a pretty friendly group up here, so I
Yes,
hope
you
you enjoy
are.
it. Good. Come back again, too.